Good morning children. In today's session, we will learn about magnetic field due to a current carrying solenoid. Now in the previous class we studied about two things. One is what is the magnetic field due to a straight conductor and what is the magnetic field formed by a coil, circular coil. The third one is if current is passed through a solenoid. What is a solenoid first? Solenoid is nothing but it's a insulated copper wire which is wound in the form of a circular turns of many number of turns here. So basically it's a copper insulated copper coil with many number of turns. That is called as a solenoid. The ends of this copper coil are connected to the battery and the plug key here. So when current is passed into this solenoid, again a magnetic field is formed here. Yes. So just like how magnetic field is formed in the straight conductor, how it is called formed in the coil, even in the solenoid a magnetic field is formed. Because it is having many number of turns which are distinct from each other. In case of a circular coil, in one place only many number of turns are taken. So magnetic field is formed in only two places. But here magnetic field is produced in each and every turn here. So the format of the magnetic field, it is just like how it is formed in a bar magnet. Now if we take a bar magnet, the magnetic field is how it is formed. Some of the magnetic field lines are straight from the poles here and some of the magnetic fields are concentric circles. Yes, starting from north pole and ending at the south pole here. The magnetic field which is formed in the solenoid, it is just resembling the magnetic field which is formed by a bar magnet. And inside the bar magnet, what are the properties of the magnetic field lines here? Inside the bar magnet, the magnetic field lines are parallel lines. Similarly, even in a solenoid, the magnetic field lines are parallel to each other inside the solenoid and they are concentric circles upside and downside the solenoid, just resembling as like a bar magnet. So when solenoid is resembling a bar magnet, even the solenoid will have a north pole and a south pole. In the previous session, we learnt about how to identify the poles of the magnet. By taking a compass needle near the poles of this solenoid, we can mark the north and south poles of the solenoid. Now how a magnetic field is measured now? Because magnetic field is a vector quantity. Why it is a vector quantity? Because it has both direction and magnitude. Okay, it is having some magnitude, it is having some measurement. Along with that, it is moving in a particular direction. So it is having both direction and magnitude. So it is called as a vector quantity. When anything is a vector quantity, then it will be having a unit then. Yes. So magnetic field is measured in Tesla. Tesla is the unit to measure the magnetic field after the scientist Nikola Tesla. And the very smaller unit of measuring the magnetic field, this is a bigger unit, is the very smaller unit is Gauss here. Okay, we are not going so deep in this measurements, what is the, how much is 1 Tesla or how much is 1 Gauss here, because that you will study in later in your engineering part. Okay, so here there is just an introduction about how magnetic field is measured. So it is measured in Tesla, named after the scientist Nikola Tesla, and the very smaller unit is known as Gauss here. Now, in case of a straight magnet or in case of a circular coil, the magnetic field depends on many factors. The first main factor is it is depending on the current which is passed. In case of circular coil, it is dependent on the number of turns. Means as number of turns increases, even the magnetic field also increases. And in case of a straight conductor, it is inversely proportional to the radius of the magnetic field. So as as we move away from the center of the coil, the magnetic field decreases. So as radius increases, the magnetic field decreases. In case of a solenoid, factors on which the magnetism depends in a solenoid. In a solenoid, magnetism or magnetic field, the increase in the magnetic field depends on by increasing number of turns. So as in the solenoid, if we go on increasing the number of turns, the magnetism also increases. The magnetic field also increases. Increase in the thickness of the coil. So if we use in a solenoid, if we use a thicker coil, even then the magnetic field increases around the solenoid and it increases with the current. So as we pass on more current, more amperes of current is passed to the coil, then also the magnetic field increases. So in a solenoid, the magnetic field increases with increase in number of turns, increase in the thickness of the coil and increase in the current passing through the solenoid. Okay. Yesterday we were discussing about how to prepare artificial magnets. So we saw that when you take an iron nail and rub it against a bar magnet, the iron acquires the property of magnetism and it will become a temporary magnet. Similarly, one more way of preparing a temporary magnet, an artificial magnet, is called as electromagnet. So what do you mean by electromagnet? As the word itself says, electromagnet. By passing electricity, a magnetic material can be magnetized. That is known as an electromagnet. It is a temporary magnet. It loses its capacity once the current is stopped. Yes. So how to prepare an electromagnet? If you take a solenoid, a coil with number of turns, a copper coil, insulated copper coil with number of turns, and place an iron piece, a piece of iron inside this solenoid and pass current through the solenoid, then this iron piece will be converted into a temporary magnet. It will acquire the properties of a magnet. That is called as an electromagnet. So an electromagnet is nothing but converting a magnetic material into a magnet by passing electricity. That is known as an electromagnet. Now, to prepare this electromagnet, we require a piece of iron and a copper coil with many number of turns and a current which is passing through this. Now, let us see how to prepare an electromagnet. A small electromagnet here. We have taken an iron nail over which insulated copper wire is wounded. So, this becomes a solenoid now. A solenoid is nothing but a copper wire with many number of turns. So, this is a small solenoid which is wound over a iron nail. The ends of the copper wire are connected to the current supply here. Now, when current is passed through this solenoid, this iron piece, the piece of iron will behave like a magnet. Let us try whether it will attract the magnetic materials. Now, these are the iron filings which are sticking to the iron nail here. Yes, it means that this iron has converted into a magnet, a temporary magnet, because the current passing is very less, the coil is very thinner, and even the iron piece, it is very smaller one. So we are not getting very good results here, but still we can make out the magnetic field which is around it. Now just check whether magnetic field is present here or not with the help of a needle. There is a small deflection, we can see when this iron piece is brought near the compass here. We can see the deflection in the needle. What does the deflection in the needle shows? It shows that there is a magnetic field which is present around here. So from where that magnetic field has arisen, that magnetic field has come mainly due to the presence of magnetic field in this iron. So that is because of passing the current. So by passing current through a magnetic material, magnetic field is created around this magnetic material. This is known as electromagnet. Now, what are the uses of these electromagnets then? Actually, more than original magnets, electromagnets have got very wide variety of applications. In many devices, these electromagnets are used. Electromagnets are used in our electrical bells, calling bells. They are also used in electric motors. They are also used in the telephones. The vibrations what we are getting in the telephones, the old one telephones. Yes, they are because of the electromagnets. Okay, so like this many devices are there, like speaker. This loudspeaker what we are getting, the vibrations which are created, they are also mainly because of the electromagnets. In the previous class we studied in the sound chapter how the vibrations are produced by the speakers. So those vibrations are mainly because of the electromagnets which are placed inside the speakers. Yes, these are some of the uses of the electromagnets.